in Michigan. Now, next on the programme, we're going to talk about tea growers and elephants in India. This is because tea plantations are expanding. That means they're encroaching into forests, and people believe that's making elephants more aggressive. This is particularly pronounced in the northeastern Indian state of Assam. That's one of the world's biggest tea-producing areas. But we know that around 800 people in that region were killed by wild elephants between 2006 and 2016. Hundreds of elephants have been killed too, I should say. Now, this picture shows a section of forest. You can see it's being cleared for a tea garden. The issue there is it shrinks the elephant's natural habitat. Or this is another image we have of a wall that's been built to enclose a tea garden, but it's been knocked down and damaged by the elephants because it blocked one of their favoured routes. Those are a couple of stills. This is a video we've been given, which, if you concentrate on this man over here who's swinging around and this very agitated elephant, you'll see the man throwing something towards the elephant, trying to scare it away. Now, all of these images have been supplied by the BBC's Navin Singh Khadka. He travelled to Assam to cover the story, but he's back here in the BBC newsroom.
The government has itself brought out a report, and it says that tea plantations have contributed in loss of forest coverage in Assam. But when you talk to people who are running this business, for instance, a major association of tea states or tea companies, what they say is they dismiss this. They say it's baseless because they also need forests for the tea plants. And then they say that this is baseless. And also what they quickly say is this allegation that their area, their land has never been surveyed. Now, that is not for us to do. That's for the government to do. The government collects the revenue, and it's for the government to do. We have no influence on that. That is their position. But when you talk to small growers, some of them privately accept that this is a problem. Roughly around 30%, they don't want to use the word encroach, though. What they say is they have moved in because that's what the government has promised. The government has promised them land, and the government is not living up to its words. And therefore, people have to take lands themselves. And as a result, you say this.
And all of the people who would like fewer elephants to be dying, fewer people to be killed by elephants, is their solution simply that these tea gardens should not expand in this way?
Now, the thing is, what officials say is these forests were actually, they acted as buffer between the real reserved forests, the, say, wildlife sanctuaries or national parks and so on and so forth, and the villages. But what's happened now is, because the villages, now they have moved into that buffer area, that has been the problem. And it's just not the habitats. These places that we are talking about, they're also natural corridors elephants have been using for ages now. The PTC that you will see is, I show Bhutan, because we're in the bordering area. So elephants come down from Bhutan into Assam. So these are corridors, and that's where all these plantations are happening. Now the question is, because there are so many, there are like 56,000 government-registered small growers, and what I'm told unofficially is equal number of them not registered. So we're talking about 100,000 small growers mushrooming. And then, hence the question, can tea gardens and elephants survive side by side?
And thanks to Navin for bringing that story.